Delta Family Center families, friends, neighbors, students, all of the above. We are thrilled to get another moment to get to sit with you and talk about BELA Preschool's Delta Family Center's Restart Plan. Now remember, our plan is specific to preschool, but we're still residing under the Delta County School District's Return to School Plan. So that's your first document that we really want to encourage everyone to take just a minute to go onto deltaschools.com. You're going to see a big button on the front that says Return to School Plan, and that's the most important document that you need to take time to read. And then secondarily, you're going to find a link to our plan, which is really just a really easy to read front and back facts. It is just how we are going to interact with your preschool child during this COVID crisis while they're at preschool. And it's also going to explain to you the process that we need you to abide by when you bring your preschoolers to school and when you pick them up. Again, it is in an effort to keep everyone safe and secure in their learning environment.
Yes, this again is an addition to the Delta County School District plan. They have a restart plan that applies to all Delta County students. Because we are a preschool and we have our wonderful little tiny people, we have some additional guidelines from the state that we're going to go over just in bullet point fashion to make sure you understand the differences that will apply specifically to preschool.
Okay, so I'm just going to get started. We'll make this really quick for you all. Again, you're going to find this on our one-pager. I'm simply going to go down it and hit the highlights. So first I want to talk to you about personal protective equipment. That's called PPE, if you haven't heard that term a million times. That's what we're calling it here at school, and that is really your face masks. So we want to remind everyone that any adult person, or really any person that is 11 years old or older when they enter Delta Family Center, home of BELA Preschool, must have a face mask on. Now, for your preschool children, it is highly recommended by state recommendations that they have a mask on. However, it is not required, just recommended. So we're going to do whatever feels best to your youngest learner. Us as adults, when we're interacting in our hallways or anywhere outside of one specific classroom or cohort of children, will always have our face masks on. So again, in review, if you are 11 years old or older to enter Delta Family Center, you must have a face mask on. If you are a preschool student, it is highly recommended but not required. And we will work with individual families on any health concerns or needs outside of those boundaries. So just give us a call and talk to us, okay? The second thing that we want to talk about is pick up and drop off. So if you're attending Cedar Edge, BELA, Paonia, BELA, or Hotchkiss BELA, you are going to contact your preschool teacher, or they're going to contact you, and they're going to let you know what that protocol is so that we are staying within the same guidelines for each individual elementary school. I do know you will be picking up and dropping off your child at their preschool classroom door that is on the outside entrance, okay? So again, your preschool teacher will make time to contact you and let you know what that process is going to look like. Don't forget your face masks. Now for Delta BELA, it's going to look a little bit different because we have more classrooms in one space. So that means we are going to begin our school year with a curbside pick up and drop off for Delta BELA. So when you come to the address at 822 Grand Avenue, you're going to park your car, you're going to have your face mask on as adults, and you're going to walk your child to a designated space on the Delta Family Center's front lawn. There is one entrance that is directly in front of the double doors of our address. Okay, you're going to find some signs that say which cohort your child's group is going to be with. That means they will stay with that same cohort, coming in and going out as much as possible. You'll have the same folks signing your child in or assisting you to sign your child in. The same person hopefully will be taking temperature. The same person or persons will be walking your child to their classroom. So in review, You'll come to the front lawn of Delta Family Center. You will get your child's temperature taken. We have a thermoscan thermometer so that we're not touching your forehead or your child's forehead when we take their temperature. You'll sign your child in, and then you will hand to hand to a Delta Family Center staff member your child, and then we will walk with them in their same cohort of children to their classroom. We'll do the same when you pick up your child.
In addition to that, I just want to remind everybody, as we're signing in, we are going to try our best to get you signed in as efficiently and safely as possible. We're going to be asking parents and adults to use hand sanitizer. If we are asking you to use a pen before and after you touch that device, we will have those cleaned as possible, and then using that hand sanitizer just for our adults only. So if you see that out, that is only for our adult drop off and pick up people. Please don't use that with your children.
And we say that because the minute your kiddos walk into their classroom, their first responsibility is going to be going to the sink and washing their hands with soap and water. We, as early childhood professionals, honor hand sanitizer because it's really important, and it's really important right now. But with that being said, there's nothing that takes the place of good old-fashioned soap and water and time scrubbing those bubbles in and really doing a thorough job of washing your hands. So we want to instill that practice in our preschoolers. So you're going to drop them off, we're going to take their temperature, and we're going to walk them to their classroom, and then they're going to set their bag down, and they're going to go straight to the sink and wash their hands with soap and water. That's going to happen multiple times a day, but always upon entry. That is actually our historical rule of Delta Family Center. That's not even due just to COVID. So we'll continue down our list. It is important to know that we are not allowing anyone inside the doors of our buildings without an appointment. We want to do that because we want to keep the staff safe, we want to keep your children safe, and we want to keep you safe as well. So if you have any reason that you need to be in the building, just give us a call, make an appointment, and say, hey, Miss Angela, I am so-and-so's parent, and I would like to make an appointment for this reason. And then I'm going to write it down. We're going to make sure you're on the books to come in the building. We're going to take your temperature upon entering the building, and then we're going to escort you to wherever you may need to go. That's the same for any programming across Delta Family Center. So if you are doing parents as teachers, incredible years, if you are doing some application assistance, if you're working with one of our family advocates, those are all lovely things, and we really want to strongly encourage you to keep doing those things. But we are going to take care of you as well as ourselves while you're here. So thank you for helping us to make that happen. I think we've really covered most things on the front page except for home connections, or what we call home visits. Normally this time of year we'd be calling you and saying, hey, we want to come to your home so that your preschooler can get to know us. This year we're going to do it a little differently. We're going to invite you to meet us somewhere off campus, or at least outside, so that we can stay within social distancing guidelines. We can keep our masks on, but we can also be out in the fresh air that we should be enjoying right now anyway, and not have all those germs contained in one room. So when your teacher calls you, you can discuss with them where you want to meet. You can meet on the front lawn of your school. You can meet on your home front lawn. You could meet at the park. It can be anywhere that feels the most comfortable for you, because remember, these home connections aren't there. They're not happening because we want to come and see how you live. They're there because we want your child to feel very, very comfortable with their preschool teacher. And there's lots of research that says if your preschool child is able to meet their caregiver on their own terms, they're going to be much more successful entering preschool, staying in preschool, and their whole preschool career on through education historically. So thank you for honoring that. That is a part of a required system, and we're going to do the best to make it work for your family. So please just talk about your needs and how you're feeling about the situation, okay?
I will back end that with, there's another option. If your teacher and you are willing to do that visit virtually, that can also be an option for you and your family. We just want to make those great early connections, somewhat of a face-to-face contact as much as possible in these different times. So bear with us, and we will make the best situation possible happen for you and your teacher to make those great home connections.
Great. Lisa, thank you for the reminder for the virtual connection. I know that we're all doing a lot online right now, and it starts to feel a little comfortable. I think we're getting probably too comfortable in front of the camera. But with that being said, we want you to always know what's going on in your classroom. So your teacher's happy to visit with you virtually or over the phone. Anytime, just say the word. One last thing we want to talk about, and that's how is your child going to be served food? What is their snack schedule going to look like? What is breakfast? What does lunch look like? For our outlying preschools, I want you to talk to your teachers, again, because each school is going to handle lunch, snack, breakfast a little bit differently. Some kids will be eating in their classrooms. Some kids will be traveling to the lunchroom. It just depends on the school. Regardless of how they're going to have lunch, they will always be asked to wash their hands with soap and water prior to eating. They will be asked to wash their hands once they're done eating. That's going to take some time, but it is going to happen, again, in an effort to keep your kiddos safe. And I really think that's all, Lisa, and I wanted to share with you today. On the back of the one-pager that we're sending out to everyone, please notice that there are some important dates. Those are start times for all of our different options of classrooms across the county. Good one to know. It lets you know when we're doing our staggered starts and when the actual start day is. Also, it talks a little bit about the required parent orientation. You've probably already done that, but just in case you haven't, remember to click on the link that is posted. It is a required piece of documentation for your child to remain in preschool. If we see that you have not viewed that video, unfortunately, our state licensure says you're no longer able to keep your kiddo in our care. Again, this is in protection of you and your family and your preschooler, so please make that happen for us. The website is listed on the page that Lisa is going to so kindly post for us, and then she'll tell you all about the websites to find it out.
So again, like Angela said, you can find all this information on our website. It'll be posted there as a link. The link to the district's restart plan, the return to school plan, is also there, so please review that carefully. That applies to all students in addition to the supplements just for preschool that we went over just now. That required parent orientation and this video obviously are posted as a YouTube video. You can access those anytime. But if you are enrolling in preschool and we need you to complete that parent orientation, that link is also included there, so make sure you're going through those steps. We have documentation of your child's name and that you electronically sign off that you understand and respect our rules and regulations. That's a yearly requirement for us to distribute to you. So this just is a new venue for us to do that for you. Please make sure you're checking out our website, dfc.deltaschools.com. The school district's webpage is just deltaschools.com, www.deltaschools.com. Again, with any questions, feel free to give us a call, 970-874-9517. Angela and I are here to help answer any questions that maybe surface after this conversation. Please reach out to us. We are here to help and make sure this is a smooth transition and start to preschool as possible.
Thanks for your patience. You guys have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.